Hello, hello, hello. It's Christine. Happy leap year, you guys. I'm so excited because I am hosting a hop today. It's a leap year hop, you guys. And the rule is you got to use 29 things on your layout. Now, technically, I told the folks they don't have to use 29 of the same thing. It's just 29 things because in my mind, that's a lot of things to put on a layout. So we'll see what everybody comes up with. I, however, am going to use 29 of the same thing because I have to show you guys this. Well, first, let me show you the pictures. I need to trim this apart, but this is my daughter and her fiance. They're just making little selfie or little silly, like flexy posy things in their nutrition club. So they're adorable. And I thought this was cute because it has kind of this nice color palette. We've got like a kind of a brownish shirt, black shirt, green. It's kind of this like neutrally, organic color palette in a way. I have not picked out any papers yet because let me show you guys what I'm going to do. I have buttons, you guys. Look at all this. Is this not ridiculous? And so I've been cleaning up my room. I don't even know what that is. I think it's a paper clip. I've been cleaning up my room and I have had these. I mean, it's not like this is new to me, but I had kind of stuff kind of on top of it. Uh-oh, this needs to go somewhere else. I had stuff on top of it, so I was kind of hiding it from myself, and I started cleaning out, and I was like, you know what, Christine, you got to, I don't even know how I'll ever use all these buttons, but I'm going to use buttons, you guys. I'm going to have at least 29 buttons, and honestly, I should just do 29, because it's 29, right? It's the date, it's the 29th. So I'm about to go through this, and my goal is to pick buttons kind of in this color palette. I actually have these ones, which is Teresa Collins ones. And I kind of like these, if I'm honest. So I may start with these. But as you can see, I have, I can go through here and pick out other buttons. So my goal is to go through here and do that. Oh, look at this. Like, here's like a little cute, that's a maroon. I don't know. I'm going to go through here and pick out buttons, you guys. That's my plan. At least 29. Because that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, dear. That's half already. Well, I had the idea to do a whole bunch of buttons, but that 29 may not enough. But anyway, that's my idea. So let me go through, pick out some buttons, 29 buttons, and I got to get some papers here, and we'll be back on shortly. Okay, everybody, I've picked out my 29 buttons. There's my little set there. I've got basically neutrals and then some green, just to kind of go with the green background of the little picture wall. Then what I've picked out, I'm going to use a craft background. This is from my stash, you guys. Craft background. This is kind of from my stash. It's just a piece of, it's black. I'm going to call it cardstock, but I think it's more of a really, really dark charcoal, but it's kind of black. And I have this piece of Maggie Holmes here. I really like this green. And then this is kind of neat, this background here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But I think what I'm going to do, I think I'll gut it because I think I'm going to put the craft down on here. The other thing I want to do, I think what I'm going to do is, good Lord, I said I think 4 times now, is use a black pen and create like messy circles here so I can put these buttons around them. Because I initially thought I might like build a background with buttons, but 29 is actually not as many as I thought. I mean, it's not going to cover as much as I thought. So I think I'm going to do a bunch of messy circles here. I pulled out my Lindy Stamp Gang. It's a golden lump of coal. In case, I think I might do sprinkles as well. So, let me get my paper ready to go and mount my photo, and I'll be back on in a minute. Okay, quick check-in. I have mounted my photos on the green and then the back side of that, and then the gray, like dark gray. And now I'm about to take I'm going to take my little circle deal here. I've trimmed this down also a 1/2 inch. Let's see if I can do this, y'all. Thankfully, it's just cardstock, so you know what? If I mess it up, I can flip it over. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to go around here and I'm going to do it a couple of times. I may even do some scribblies. I mean, I'm actually half of mine to just now. I think I'm just going to go like this now. That kind of gave me my size, you know what I mean? And now I'm just going to like make this cool little circle here. Sorry, I can't talk and think and draw and all this stuff at the same time. Okay. And now if I put these guys in the middle here, this one may be too big, you guys. I may have to, wait a minute. 10, what have I done? Can I count? 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 20, 4, 6, 8. No, this is 29. All right, well, maybe I'll stick this up here. So anyway, the point is, it may be, I need to get my title on here too, you guys. I don't know. I may have to just fart with this. I may take up more space than I thought. Okay, let me put this on fast forward. I'm going to get the, actually, so the title, oh, you guys, I'm so disorganized. I'm so sorry. I think I'm just going to use hello. That's adorable. And I'm going to use hello like that. I also got happy. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I've got these little things I could use. I got little hearts and stuff. But let me get my title down and my buttons down, and then I'll have a little better sense of what I got going on. Okay. And the first thing I decided to do is make my circles bigger. I'm not going to lie. I was a little disappointed with my pen. I should have pulled out another pen that had maybe a little more ink to it. And then I also decided, of course, to do some sprinkles here. Now, I got really annoyed with this thing. I was trying to keep the sprinkles kind of focused around the circle. And y'all, them things just went everywhere. They were just all over the place. They got on my glass mat. I mean, it did not stay focused. So I tried using my finger that way. No, it just went everywhere. But that's okay. I mean, honestly, it's fine. I will take my paper towels and kind of dry it. And it basically, it's gold anyway. It's not black. So here's me drying it with the paper towel. And it actually basically becomes gold. So it's okay. It's not exactly what I intended. But it's, you know what? Bob and weave, man. Bob and weave. So here's my hello. And I'm going to add this to my circle. And this takes me just a second, so my apologies for taking the time to do this. But I haven't glued my pictures down either because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do these buttons and stuff. Although, in all fairness, it took up a little more room on the circles than I thought, but not as much as room as on the paper as I initially kind of thought. I had it in my head originally to maybe build like a big, I don't know, cascading set of buttons or some such. I don't even know what I was thinking. I mean, I kind of had an idea, but not, whatever. But I would have had to have had a lot more buttons, and then probably the page would have weighed 10 pounds. So, but in my head, I'm going, I need to use some of these buttons. And then y'all, if I'm honest with you, I'm going to start putting these buttons down. I nearly forget to use the Teresa Collins ones that were sitting there in that package instead of on my mat, and I almost messed up, you guys. But I'm going to get my title down, and this looks kind of cute. I'm not going to lie. I like this ginormous title. I think this is really cute. This layout has no real function other than just to be pretty, There's no story really here or anything like that. I thought about journaling on it to say, I got this little cute selfie from my daughter, but it's not really needed. I know what it is. I can tell where they are just from the background, and they're so cute. I mean, they're just making funny faces and stuff like that, so... I did put the left-hand picture up on foam. I wanted it to kind of overlap the other one, and I don't know. I just thought it would look cute, so I got ahead and do that. I'll stick these down, and then I'm going to start kind of organizing the buttons, and I try to kind of intersperse, dark and light and green. I went ahead and put that real big button in the lower right corner because it just seemed to kind of go with the title. It goes actually a little farther down underneath the O a little bit, but I'm just going to start sticking these out here along the little circles, and I'm just kind of organizing them, on the lines a little bit. I almost came in too at the end and like scribbled on the lines, but I didn't. I just left it kind of how it was because I thought, I want the buttons to kind of be, I hate to use the word star of the show. The photo's the star of the show, but I wanted the buttons to be the thing on the lines that kind of made your eye catch it or whatever. So I've got these, and I'm kind of, like I said, doing green and neutrals and blacks and all the things, and I'm thinking, okay, this looks pretty good, and I'm about to start gluing them down, and I glance over at the friggin', I think I'm kind of going, this doesn't look like full 29 or something in my head. Am I going, what have I done? And that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I've got 10 more buttons sitting over here. Now, the good thing is these ones actually had some adhesive behind them. So the ones I just set down, I'm going to have to use a little Nuvo glue and glue those down. But the Teresa Collins ones actually had little glue dots on them, so I didn't have to do anything to glue those down. I was kind of happy. And they're cute too. There's like one with a little crown on it. There's one with like little hashtaggy, I don't know which one to call it, like what you cut into a bread or something. And then there's like a little floral pattern. It's nice because it's got little patterns, whereas the rest of my buttons are just kind of plain. So I really like that. Kind of nicely got those patterns interspersed. And that's basically how they're going to go. So I'm going to take my Nuvo glue after this. I don't make you sit and watch me do it, but I'm going to glue them all down. And then I've gone ahead and mounted my craft cardstock now on that green paper that I gutted. And I'm just pulling the last of the little pieces of this sticky tape off. But I thought to myself, I need a little something extra. So I decided in the lower right and the upper left, I was going to add some little torn pieces of that darker cardstock stuff. And it almost looks like the craft cardstock is cut. Now here I'm messing with this upper left. The bottom right one I was able to do really quickly, no problem. This upper left one, I'm like going, wait, I need this to be flat on the top and on the corner. And I'm like trying to think about how is this going to go. I can't, I'm just like going, oh, wait a minute, I got to tear it this way. And then I'm going to have to trim it so it's flat on the top. It took me a second, you guys. I was like mirror imaging it or something. I was like, wait a minute, I'm going the wrong direction or anything. And then it's so little. I'm over here trying to cut it with this cutter. But it looks cute. I like this. So I'm going to glue that down with my Nuvo glue. And then I'll kind of pull the edges up just a little bit. And honestly, I think this looks cool because I do think it looks a little bit like the craft paper was torn. And I like that. I like that look a lot. Like I said, I almost thought I might journal on it, but really there's nowhere for me to, and there's nothing really to say. I am going to have to get me a new date stamp, you guys. I realize my date stamp does not have 2024 on it, and that is not a good thing. I need a date stamp, you guys. But that is basically my leap year layout. I did not intentionally make this, I'm going to use the word simple. I didn't really, but I had it in my head to use these buttons, and this is kind of what I ended up with. This is the creative process here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know right now. I'm recording this kind of early, so I don't know if it's going to be a playlist or if it's going to be a hop list. But either way, whatever we decide to do, it's going to be down in the description. So please make sure you go and give everybody love that's playing along. It's kind of a cool, once in 4 years, right, that you can do a leap year hop. So make sure you take a peek and give everybody love, and we will see you next time. Bye.